Welcome to the Rambling Cancer Patriot. It is Monday, April 23rd, and today Starbucks is in the news, and not for their coffee, but for being racially biased. Starbucks is closing 8,000 stores for racial bias training for their employees. This is such a load of crap. Here's the situation, if you haven't heard. But a few days ago, there were two black men that were sitting in the store, and they were in a Philadelphia store, and they were basically loitering when they were asked by store employees or management to either buy something or vacate the store. They refused. So, in turn, the management or employee called the police, and police officers showed up and arrested the men. And the whole thing was caught on videotape, and now it's all over the world, and probably seen millions of times on social media. But here, let's take a look at the video.
What did they get called for? Because there are two black guys sitting here meeting me?
Yes, I did.
Well, what did they do? What did they do? Someone tell me what they did.
They didn't do anything. I saw the entire thing.
They didn't. What did they do?
Nothing. And the woman said it's for paying customers after us to eat. They didn't do anything.
Yeah, isn't that great? Yeah, I especially love the white knight in the video. The guy who's, what did they do? They didn't do anything wrong. They're just sitting there. What are they being arrested for being black? It's like, no, you idiot. It's they didn't buy anything. You can't just sit there and then refuse to the management that no, you're not gonna buy anything. You're just gonna sit here and you're gonna loiter. No, you can't do that. That's not how it works, okay? Every establishment has a set of rules, and if you don't buy anything, if you walk into a Starbucks and you want to use the Wi-Fi, you want to sit down in one of their chairs, you can't just do it, without purchasing something from the store. You have to buy something. You can't use the bathroom without, purchasing something. It's not a public restroom. You'll see it posted on signs in the doorway, not a public restroom, or So, I mean, this is common sense, and it just, if you don't obey the rules, then what do you got? This reminds me of the story of the woman on the LA Metro that got kicked off. When she refused to take her feet off the chair that she was sitting next to. The cop basically dragged her off the train, and she got arrested. And you had all these other people in an uproar saying that there was excessive force on the side of the LA police, but it's just, look, if you don't follow the rules, there's consequences, and it's absolutely idiotic to think otherwise. Actually, let's take a look at that. Here's a clip from ABC 7 News.
Hey, no, you're not. I paid to be on this trip. Stop.
This video going viral.
Can't get my stuff. Let me go.
Right here.
Stop. Just pay my phone's on the train.
After 18-year-old Bethany Nava is pulled from the train and arrested for putting her feet up on the seats.
He was like, you're going to remove your foot or you're getting off the train. And then he proceeded to pull her off the train.
Brian Brock capturing the encounter on his cell phone yesterday afternoon on the Metro Red Line.
It seemed very excessive. Like, he was really yanking on her arm. You could see her, grabbing onto the pole, trying to get her things.
The LAPD now initiating a use of force investigation. Authorities say the sergeant asked Nava to remove her feet from the seats. When she failed to do so, they say she was asked to get off the train.
I already told you what to do, and you didn't. You disobeyed me. You're getting off the train.
He was very agitated, and I felt like when she denied his first request, that was all he needed to hear.
Once on the platform, people started to gather around and protest, including 22-year-old Selena Lechuga. The officer calls for backup. Lechuga then spits on the officer and is taken into custody, charged with battery. Nava also arrested for being loud and boisterous on a train. The LAPD says the officer was on the Metro Red Line as part of its crackdown on code of conduct violations.
Let's clean it up, like get your feet off the seat on her part. But again, he shouldn't have put his hands on her like that, honestly.
Los Angeles, everybody. You know, I've been to LA once, and I haven't wanted to go back ever since. I really didn't want to go there, but yeah, the whole place is, I don't know. It's like, it's gross. Anyway, okay, so back to the video. Bethany Nava gets arrested because she didn't want to take her feet off the seat. Well, it clearly stated that there's rules for the subway. Now, the cops are agitated because she doesn't want to take her feet off the thing, but, you know, this guy, he's on a train. He's a cop. He's there to enforce the law, and for lack of a better term, he's babysitting all these passengers. So, yeah, naturally, he's going to be a little agitated at the fact that this girl, this 18-year-old girl, doesn't want to listen. So, yeah, therefore, he throws her off the train. Rightfully so. I'm glad he did it because, you know what, she deserved it. She was a brat. And then all these people, like, you know, coming to Bethany's defense. Selena Lechuga, she spit on a cop. Come on. Really? This is absolutely, I don't know, it's stupid and sad that, you know, these are Americans and these people choose to act like this in public. You know, I mean, the girl at the end of the video, Kayla Green, she had it right though. She stated, you know, yeah, get your feet off the seat. Maybe the cop was a little excessive, but at the same time, you know what do you do when people don't want to follow the rules? I mean, do you really want to live in a world where people just scoff at the police and say and ignore them? That's a pretty sad world to live in, and I don't want to go there. I mean, I would like to know that if I can call the police, that they're going to come and, you know, protect me or you know, do what they're paid to do. I mean, in a world where people ignore the police and, you know, do what they want, then that's a really sad and dangerous place to live in. Yeah, maybe the cop was a little excessive, but no. Bethany, you're an idiot. And Selena Lechuga, you deserve everything you get for spitting on a cop. That's just stupid right there. Anyway, back to Starbucks. So they're going to have 8,000 stores closed so they can hold racial bias training. Why? I have no clue. The situation clearly didn't deal with race. It was the fact that these two guys didn't want to abide by the rules of the establishment. They refused to buy anything, and they wanted to take up space in Starbucks when paying customers were there, you know. So here's the thing, all right? If I'm a business owner and somebody comes into my store and they just want to take up space without buying anything, and they want to use the bathroom, but paying customers aren't able to sit down or use the stuff that I provide for paying customers, what do you do then? You know, it's come on. I mean, buy something or get out. Simple as that. I don't care who you are. I don't care what color skin you are. You know, it has nothing to do with race. There is no racial bias in this situation. You know, buy something and get out. Don't be a jerk. Take up space and prevent paying customers from being able to use the services provided by Starbucks. It's just, come on. You know, get out. Stop making a scene. You're just a nuisance at that point. It's so stupid. Yeah, and the fact that the CEO of Starbucks is calling for racial bias training for 8,000 of its stores is, it's idiotic. And to put that on your employees and not backing them up, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you get a lot of people who quit and people that actually want to boycott it for the right reasons, instead of thinking that there's some, boycotting it because it's racially biased. Actually, I don't care at this point. You know what, Starbucks, you're idiots. And if people want to boycott you, you know what, you deserve it. And if it's coming from both sides of the spectrum, so be it. All right, well, that's enough of me rambling. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Until next time, take it easy.